Hey everybody, welcome back to Grand Tactician, the Civil War. I have some bad news. Thankfully it's game bad news, not real bad news. Sherman is not going to be able to attack Macon. I want him to, but I missed something that's incredibly important. The morale of his army is collapsing right now. They have been out of supply for so long that... Oh, no. What are you doing, Sherman? No. That is not your order. Your order is... No, you fucking son of... Halt. If he attacks the army of Florida right now the way he is, there's a strong chance he loses that battle. The Treaty of Saigon, an empire expanding. French influence increases. What's that? Cochin China campaign concluded. Saigon remains in French hands. French troops storming Saigon. I'm sure that'll never have any effect anywhere else in the world at any other time. Morale is one of the most important parts of an army. There's a chance Sherman could hit that army and win, but if not, his army would be devastated for a long time. So we are desperate to get back into good supply. And in fact, his supply is starting to improve already. You know, probably because we took... Wait, didn't we take Augusta last time? I know we took Augusta last time. Did that fall right away when he left? Did he not stay there long enough? In fact, the supply is getting better, but the food is still an issue. So I want him to head to Atlanta. Did the game not save right? I know we took Augusta last time. His supply is getting up. That's what we want to see, because we want to get this morale back up. Are there any other issues? That's a little frustrating. I don't know why Augusta is gone. I reloaded the game since I played last, and I know we took Augusta last time. Unless the blue marker here changing isn't the key factor. Maybe the key factor is having the front lines map change. Maybe that's it. Maybe we didn't technically have it. I don't know. Either way, we're 100% in supply, but we still have low food. We've got to get rid of that low food issue so we can get the morale up. In the meantime, armies in the east. I want some people to start moving forward. Dutton, I want you to move down here. Andrews, I want you to move right here. Grant, I want you to move right here. Custer, I want you to join them. Army of the DC, I want you to join them. We're going to start to move towards the enemy and see if they want to make battle. They've been out of supply for some time. They may pull back. They may want to fight. I'm so pissed about this, especially if I left like a day early on conquering that. Why don't we go way out west? Harney is now assaulting a garrison of his own. Well, it's not our garrison. It's the Confederate garrison trying to take the fort on the other side of the river. And Davis is coming down here. Oh, he already took it to take the supply depot. In fact, Davis, you can halt where you are right now. I don't know if that affects Sherman at all, him being that far away. Yeah, low food is really hurting Sherman's army. Hopefully we can get his army somewhere cool. What do we got here? Okay, a bunch of the armies in the east have reached their destinations. Andrews, I want you to move right here. Just keep this pressure on. Can we get Custer behind you to move too? I want to drive, if we can, the Army of Georgia out, especially if we can drive them out before they build their supply shit. Army of Georgia is in contact with the Army of the Potomac. They're actually going to fight? Let's deploy to defend for the moment. Okay, so the Army of Potomac... Some of our armies here are currently involved in a siege with the Army of Georgia. Army of DC, let's get you up enough to get you involved in this. Custer, let's leave you where you are. Andrews, let's drive you far enough to get you involved in this. Holy shit, we got 73,000 men here who are sieging the army of Georgia under Stonewall Jackson. We have a couple perks here. We have one perk, Siege Train, that's helping us out. We should win this quickly. The army of Georgia will probably break and go back across the river. Let's go see how Sherman's doing. Oh, he's back in food. His morale is back up to stable. I feel like then either the game did not record that well with us taking Augusta, or we left like 20 seconds early. They're like, you beat us, and we left. Psych! Wait, did you say psych? No, bitches. Did you call me a bitch? No, bitch. It says we're still having supply issues here. Why are we having food issues here? Are you serious, Sherman? His morale has gone... Oh, low food has gone way down. It was like negative 20% before. It's still an issue, though. Oh, what do we do? Do we go backwards, or do we have... Because it's less now. Do we go on Macon... We're going to go to Macon, Georgia. Try and drive them back. Our morale is stable again. We'll see how that works. So 3 of our armies here are currently sieging the army of Georgia. The other Confederate armies don't seem willing to come over and help. Maybe they're unable to? We should win this very shortly, if this little thing is any indicator. Glorious victory at Aqui Landing. Army of Georgia fleeing in panic. Alright, so the Army of Georgia is going to start to escape now. Army of DC, push forward. Dutton, I want you to push this way. Army of Pennsylvania under Andrews, I'm going to have you push that way with Grant behind you and Custer behind you. If I can get a hold of Custer. Where's Custer? Our goal is to try and drive these armies now south of the river. Alright, Custer's army is preparing siege. Where's Custer's army? Alright, so I can't tell because of the Custer's army thing there. There we go. Okay, so we have almost even numbers. Where are we at? Dutton, I want your army to get over here and join up. I want you to join the siege. Grant, you're not part of the siege. Are you? I want to make sure you're part of the siege. Andrews must be part of the siege. We had 50,000 some men. We want to get a superiority of dudes up in there to try and drive these guys out too. Sherman, I'm going to be back in a minute. I'm going to reorganize Sherman's army. Hopefully this isn't a disaster. Alright, so I've reorganized Sherman's army. The Army of Indiana is now divided into corps. So these are how the corps are going to work. Oh, 3 days until the units get into the corps. So we have a first corps, which is just Wallace's division separated into a corps. And Carlin's division, second division, becomes second corps. That allows these 2 corps to be detached. The rest of the army is under Sherman directly. So Sherman is going to pull back a little bit towards Atlanta. Carlin is going to push forward a little bit. And by hopefully spreading our army out a little bit more, they can forage better and have less food issues. So they act almost like mini armies now, as in miniature. Hopefully that works out. How are things going on over here? Okay, so we got Grant for sure in the siege. The Army of the Potomac is on the way to the siege. Patterson is just going down here to block off this path. Ooh, there was a battle. The Battle of Port Royal has ended with the Port Royal squadron retreating. The engagement was a complete victory with the enemy fleet thoroughly whipped. 4 ships have been sunk. We still have way more tonnage than the Confederates, but they're greatly increasing their navy. We have 113,000 tons of navy. They have 34,000. They are trying to compete with us. So far, they're failing miserably. Alright, Dutton, let's get you in this siege thing that's going on over here. And then Army of Indiana, can we get your food problem solved by spreading out the units? And can I tell you to, raid? Burn down enemy infrastructure and forge all supplies troopers can carry. Well, I don't actually want you to burn things. You can see Sherman is now 100% supply. He was before, though. What's this little green one? In range? This unit is within command range of the Army Commander. He is the Army Commander. That's the other thing, is if you look at... Let me pause it a second. Look at this giant range. If any one of our armies within this range has attacked any one of our corps, this is our commander's range, then any other corps within that range can come to help. They'll be a ways away, but they can come to help. You know what? Fuck it. We're going to just keep moving south for the moment. Yeah, you guys can do whatever you want. I wish that was kind of the default. And then Sherman will follow behind you. Hopefully spread out food will be less of an issue. It's still an issue. I'm getting pretty pissed about supply. Yeah. I want to get infrastructure reform to help with that. So far that it's not helping in the way I want it to. Eventually we might create some corps up north with the northern armies. Army of the Potomac. It's not what I wanted there. Or was it? Is the Army of the Potomac involved in this? No. Get a little closer. Join the siege, Dutton. We want to drive out the Army of the Northwest and their compatriots there. Glorious victory at Fort Smith. Crufts surrenders. I believe that's where Harney has been fighting. So I believe Harney has seized, he has, the Confederate fort on the other side of the river. Now hopefully he can seize this little community here. Good job, Harney. Glorious victory at Port Royal. Charleston Squadron 2 and retreat. We have crushed another squadron. You can see right there, they're running away. All their ships were disabled. How's your morale doing? Just keep pushing south, guys. First Corps, Second Corps, and then the main body. And then the main body of Sherman's army. Just, y'all keep headed south. Drive towards Macon. We definitely still have supply issues for Sherman's corps now, but the morale issues, which they still have, are less bad. I think part of it is being spread out helps them that way. I don't know why. It says within range. Maybe the corps commanders are happier because they have more prestigious jobs. If you notice, each corps has their own readiness, and each corps can get its own perk too. That is separate from what the High Commander has. Second Corps, don't go too fast. And there you go. We're going to get Sherman down here. Then we get Wallace. Where's Sherman going? Okay, Sherman's right there. Sherman, just keep going. Come on, Wallace. We need you to move a little faster, boy. We're all waiting on you. How you doing, Harney? Ooh, Harney's starting to take this little city here. This little town, I should say. I like that. Army of Kentucky. Davis, why don't you... I don't know, should you go towards the Army of Tennessee? You know what, actually, move this way. Let's see if we can find out what happened to the enemy. We know there were some enemy armies around here somewhere. Let's see if we can find out what happened to them. Wallace, don't make me regret that we've changed into this core formation. Carlin's been moving so fast. Carlin, just keep going. You can see a little bit the casualties there, as both sides are suffering casualties in this siege. This is like trench warfare. There was a lot of it in the Civil War. A little bit like World War I, just not to the same extent. Shit, the Army of Florida wants to fight. This is problematic. This is a big old pain in the ass. Well, so far I can't say that dividing Sherman's army into corps has worked worth a damn. We'll see here. The big problem is supply, though. Part of the reason I sent him out with a smaller army was trying to make it so that supply was less of a problem. We're having a very hard time supplying that army that far south. And it's not a big army. The Confederacy fields 16,000 men under the command of General Johnson. Major General Sherman commands 19,000 men. Because we're in a corps now and we're a little more spread out, though, not all of our corps will be there day one. And some of our corps is going to have morale issues, sadly. So they're going to be protecting Soggy Creek. What's our best way of getting there? Probably, sadly, through the woods. I don't like that at all. Oh, there are already natural obstacles in the... with those fences. I almost would rather attack from the south. That or we... well, maybe this way. What do we got here with Sherman's men? Let's set them... oh, they're already in column form? So what I believe we have are... he's got the artillery. Oh, we've got the artillery, our cavalry, which is only Bayard. Our other cavalry is on furlough. And then he's got the first corps or the second corps? He's got the second corps. We're still waiting on a corps to arrive. Sherman... why don't we have you all... cross into this area, and then we'll just leave you there to rest, to get your morale done, taken care of, hopefully, and then wait for the other corps to arrive. I don't want to attack until we have all of our men. It's not super important we attack on day one. In fact, we might push... I don't know. They're probably going to have defensive positions along here. That makes all of this very difficult. Right now we have about 10,000 men on the field. They're going to currently outnumber us, as they have 17,000 men total. We're still waiting for the first corps to show up. It's going to take me a little bit to get used to that. I'm going to keep calling them divisions, I'm sure, at times. And technically, we do have a division yet. We have the 3rd Division under Wilcox, because I did not break them into a corps, because I wanted to keep them with Sherman. Ooh, we are seeing morale start to improve as we've sped through this day. These guys are disrupted, but we see some stable morale. Not great morale. These guys are confident. That's good. I believe in myself, coach. Good. Like seeing that. Sherman, let's move you down here to the pepper mill. I believe the other corps, the first corps, is going to take a few hours to get here. In fact, we could probably go to order in battle and find out. They will be here in approximately 4 hours. So we definitely don't want to engage the enemy in any serious combat until we can get them online. There is one really big advantage, though. If we win this battle, what we can probably do would be put a core in Macon. Put a core in, what is it, Augusta? What was the other one? I forget. And then put Sherman in between. And because we're in the core setup now, it would allow all those armies to be able to cover each other over a much bigger area. It'll take longer to get reinforcements there in theory, but as long as we're only dealing with an army that's smaller than ours, that would probably allow us to maybe hold most of Georgia with just Sherman's army. Alright, dickweeds, are you guys gonna show up? Where you at? Our cavalry is still having issues. Their morale is unstable. They have some maximum morale caps. The unit started broken. Hopefully we can get them settled down a little bit. Sometimes you're limited to not being able to get to 100% for reasons. Bayard, get your shit together, bro. If I yell at you more, you'll be less sad, I'm sure. Alright, there we go. So you can see the other corps, first corps, is starting to arrive. Under Wallace. Alright, Wallace, I need you... you should be in marching columns. You'll do it automatically otherwise. Just come down the road here. Join up with Sherman's army. It's very possible there will be no combat on day one, or very minor combat. Speaking of which, I would like to see where the enemy is. Second Corps, I want you to deploy in battle lines. Cavalry, Bayard, quit being a bitch. Go up and scout. Those are your orders. Alright, Carlin, now that we're getting your men into battle lines, I want you in double lines. Whatever. Let's move you along here. And then we'll put the 3rd Division, which should really be renamed to the only division, right up behind you. Bayard, I want you to continue to scout forward. I know you're going to collapse as soon as the enemy looks at you. You're going to run away like a bitch, but okay. And the 1st Corps should... 1st Corps, I know I gave you orders. Let's go, bitches. Because it would be nice if we could get... If we could get Sherman set up somewhere along here, overnight we might be able to get 1st Corps online and just, like, bring them up here as if they marched during the night. And y'all should be in... whatever. Move up here to the ridge. 2nd Corps. And the 3rd Division, move up on the ridge behind them. What do you see, Bayard? Anything? They gotta be around here somewhere. Get over here. Get over here! Oh, wait, what do we got here? No! For some reason... Did they think we were taking the southern route? They're not even... Are they not even up here? Bayard, get up on this ridge, on this hill, and look over the Soggy Creek thing. 2nd Corps. Okay, your guys are not online yet. We're still waiting for 2 of the brigades to show up. What do you see, Bayard? If they're not here, these fences would be very nice, natural defensive areas to hold these stone fences. Carlin, get your bastards moving! We ain't got all day. Alright, Bayard, just go right up there. Get on there. 2nd Corps under Carlin. Move. 3rd Division, move. Night is about to fall any moment now. Still waiting for 1st Corps to come. They are starting to get down the road. If we have a chance to take these defensive positions... Yeah, if we could take Soggy Creek and line up in here during the night, that would be pretty damn good. Go, 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 go! Gorman. Right up there. Just get up on that fence. I don't care if anybody else is with you or not. I mean, I do long run. Right now, Bayard is... Even though Bayard's men are terrified, his men are taking the victory location, which is something that I like. 3rd Division. I promise I'll probably never rename you, but I should rename you. Okay, Soggy Creek is taken. Good, good, good. So they must have set up down south thinking we were going a different way. We're still waiting on 1st Corps to arrive. Come on, 1st Corps. Luckily, too, a lot of these units in Sherman's army have battle experience. I don't know if Bayard's going to be a bunch of bitches all battle long and scared and unstable or not, but hey, at least they did something good. There you go, Gorman. Get right up there on that fence. That should be a nice defensive position. We'll have Sweeney next to you. We got Hazen coming up. He's going to join you on the line. I don't know if we can get the artillery all set up on the line behind you. It may not be practical. The other fence in front of them might be a problem. Alright, alright, alright. Where you at, 1st Corps? Come on, Wallace. Get these guys going. You're a little slow. I don't like how slow you are. In fact, I want you right here, man. Alright, with a little bit of luck. Gorman in position. Sweeney getting into position. I can't believe they weren't defending this. I'll take it, though. Ooh, Hazen is very close to getting a perk. What about you, artillery? I don't think you have any shots there. Join the line up ahead of you. It's not always my favorite way to do it. We'll have you join the line and then get unlimbered. And hopefully 1st Corps will show up sometime before nightfall. I don't think that's going to happen. They're coming. Reno, you can unlimber. Yep, set up on there. Same with you, Williams, once you get set there. You can unlimber. You're facing the wrong way. We'll fix that in a moment. Ward, we'll get you set up, and then we'll get you unlimbered too. There you go, Ward, getting you unlimbered. Man, you got these wide on... They'll probably come across the creek here, but if they come across the road, man, we're going to have some good shots on them. And, Williams, are you ready to face a certain way? There you go. Alright, so we got 2nd Corps all set in the defensive positions. We've got 3rd Division, ignore the bad naming convention, in position. Bayard's men are still freaking out but that's alright. They've helped out. You can see Pettigrew's here. Herbert's here. And First Corps is coming. Under Wallace. We'll probably set them up on this part of the line if we get the opportunity. If we zoom in though, you can see it's getting night. Very soon it'll be nighttime. Hey Bayard, can you guys get some rest tonight and then not be unstable tomorrow? Y'all running around like Daffy Duck? That's a very good Daffy Duck impression, I must say. Oh, the enemy seems to be on the move. They are going to try and cross the creek here. They probably won't get across before night falls. It's getting dark already. Because I've got it sped up, they're moving really fast. Let's go, boys! First Corps, where you at? First Corps, I would like you to deploy like this, more or less. Williams, you can turn your artillery the other way. Hopefully you have some shots on these guys. Oh, wait. We've got Confederates coming up the road here, too. For a frontal attack under Hood. I don't think that's the majority of their army, though. Hood's going to be in for a rude surprise. Or, I guess, Morgan's regiment of Hood's division. Because that's where we're strongest. Yeah, there you go, Williams. Hit these guys over here. Ain't gonna be long before night falls. And then hopefully we can build some entrenchments right here. That'd be real nice. Oh dear. Maybe we will have some combat? What time is it? It's almost 8 p.m., though we're in the middle of summer right now. It's a sunny 91 degrees. It's a warm day for fighting. Yeah, come on, Morgan's regiment, get wrecked. You're coming up against some of our most experienced units. They don't have perks. Some of them are going to have them soon. Darkness has fallen. Okay, so our troops are getting resupplied. Over the night... Oh, we don't have a lot of engineering points. Sherman must not have a lot of engineers in his army. Well, that's all the more we can build. That should be enough. Alright, Third Corps. Third Corps? No, you're not Third Corps. You're First Corps. First Corps is all discombobulated. That's alright. We'll just set them up in here. Wallace and Hamilton. And then we'll put other Wallace. I got too many Wallaces. We've got a brigade commander named Wallace here. And then we've also got the Corps commander is named Wallace. Alright, morning's dawned. I love this range. So much range with these rifles. Especially over these flat surfaces. We are discombobulated here under Pimp Heckman. But so is the enemy, because they had to march all the way over here. And stupid Morgan's regiment came up here right into the strongest part of our line. How you doing, Bayard? Bayard is still on... How did you take casualties back here? I fell off my horse and I landed on 5 guys. And then they fell on 5 guys. And then they fell on 5 guys. It was horrible. Don't even talk to me, Bayard. I shot someone when I was trying to clean my gun. Bayard, take his gun away from him. I'd say I missed the other cavalry commander, but that was Sturgis, and I don't ever miss him. Luckily, he ain't ever coming back. Are they all trying to move around? What going on here? Looks like they might be trying to move around. Lou Wallace, come over to the center so you're better set up for reinforcing. Bayard, move over to the flank and just don't freak out if you have to fight. Ooh, there goes Morgan's regiment. We broke them. Get out of here. We do outnumber the enemy, and probably have better weapons. Maybe not the artillery, but the rest of it should be better. We see the range of all of our guns. Look at all that range. All right, who's coming up? Herbert's brigade? Come on up, Herbert. Come meet my friends. It's Sherman and friends. You're gonna love us. I think this is where dividing into a corps structure is gonna work for Sherman. If we win this, that'll hopefully help us secure central Georgia. Yes, come up and look at over these overlapping fields of fire. Herbert's brigade is gonna get wrecked. They currently have 2,800 men. They've already lost 150. I think I accidentally sent Wallace to secure this instead of Bayard. I accidentally sent the wrong order to the wrong guy, but it ended up being the right thing to do. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Herbert's brigade has already taken 250 casualties. They're taking those casualties fast and furious. Oh, who wants a perk? Hazen does. Let's give you sharpshooters. 10% accuracy for your unit. I love that mechanic in the game. It's always fun when you can kind of RPG upgrade your guys, level them up with choices. Oh, and there goes Herbert's brigade. They're already pulling back. I love this shot. This is such a nice shot of our guys behind stone fences just giving hell to them. What are the rest of the Confederates doing? It looks like they're coming to attack in mass now. They've got Scott on the right, then Beale, then Pettigrew coming up the center, and then Churchill on the left, and of course on the far extremes they've got artillery battalions or brigades. I don't think they have any more cavalry. I think we already broke it. Or Morgan's regiment is hiding here behind this building. Come on up, bro. Come on up, Scott's brigade. There's a reason I gave Sherman the good weapons. And Bayard's men are still scared. Look, dude, I get anxiety all the time. I know what that's like. But it doesn't help when our whole unit has it. Dude, I am so unstable lately. You and me both. This is what I love seeing, too. This is why these rifled muskets are so much nicer and changed the war. Because you can see our guys shooting, and their guys aren't shooting. That range is everything. Lou Wallace, why don't we have you wheel a little bit more effectively this way, and then we'll have Bayard come over here and protect your side. If you can get on that on the double, that you don't even need to on the double. You're going in a timely speed. I wouldn't be surprised if these guys try to get on these fences here. I don't know if their muskets have enough range or their guns. Churchill's brigade came up and they instantly got flanked. You ain't dealing with a bunch of spring chickens here, man. Our guys know how to fight. In fact, Heckman... Wait, are they pulling back? No, Heckman, swing out here. We'll have Hamilton join you. And just put more firepower on them. We outnumber them anyway. Let's give it to them. And Bayard, you got these lovely Henry rifles. Why don't you come up and flank them? I know you guys might break because you're scared of everything right now. I saw a possum run! They are a little scary, I'll admit that. Yeah, there you go, Bear. Right up on the side. We get behind, who is the Scots Brigade and flank them. I think that'll, I'd say not be the turning point, because we're winning this battle right now. That'll probably be the point of no return for them. Oh, Churchill's brigade is already fallen back. Yeah, there you go, Bayard. Use these Henrys. Scott's brigade is wavering. That's Scott's brigade right there of the Confederates. Oh man, look at all these guys running. I love it. So who we got here? They got Pettigrew's left fighting. They got Beale. And then obviously Scott's brigade. But Scott's brigade is not going to be around much longer. At that rate. Not that they're going to disappear, but they're retreating. They've already lost 600 men out of their 2,500. That's pretty big losses in a very short time. Oh, you can see these units broken and going backwards. Williams of our first battery is having some morale issues. I'm guessing that's because he's getting hit by the other artillery pieces. Well, artillery, we could put you all on counter battery fire. Did I put you on? I forgot who I did. Let's put you all on counter battery fire. If we can, try and silence their guns with ours. Their infantry is not going to get through our position. It's too strong. And honestly, it looks like their entire army is starting to pull back. I think we won this thing. We'll see how long they want to stay around. Oh, here comes someone else. Is this a cavalry unit? Who we got here? No, it's a Florida militia. Isn't this all Florida militia? Are they moving their artillery up? That seems like an awfully stupid idea. You might regret that. As will Beale making a late attack. Florida militia is coming up to help them, but Florida militia is already having morale issues. They only have 850 men in that unit. It's super tiny. Bayard, why don't you just come down here on the double? I know you have morale issues. Come down here and drive off their artillery. I get you're not feeling it today. Your men are unstable. You should be safe over there. The Confederate units around there are not likely to come get you. I'm not even asking you to charge. Just go up there and blast into them with those sweet-ass Henry repeaters. So far, they're not getting shot at. I'm guessing maybe the trees there might be the in between the artillery and Bayard's men, at least until they get close enough to fire. That's good that they've screened Bayard, and then hopefully, yep, now they're turning to aim at Bayard. Bayard, just don't break. You're going to be able to pour a ton of firepower in there. You can fire 16 rounds per minute per person, and you've got 1,800 men in your unit. You can put a ton of fire into them. And they only got 200 men there. And, oh, apparently they're flanked, because that means our artillery are doing counter battery fire right now. Some of our artillery is also shooting at them. Oh, Johnston's battalion has already lost a quarter of their strength. Oh, they're trying to pull back. Normally, I would charge them now, but I am not pushing Bayard. His men are unstable. You know, what he did was more than enough right there. In fact, it looks like the whole Confederate army is pulling back now. Maybe I'm wrong? Some artillery is coming up? Our commanders report the enemy seems to be retreating from the field. Yes, let him go. You know, the artillery will probably engage a few shots as they leave. Not a bad victory at all. I was a little worried coming in here in our divided corps, but it worked out big time. Victory! Good job, Sherman. Wins another. So we get a minor victory there. I'll take it. We don't need a major victory. I mean, I wouldn't turn down one of those either. We lost 400 men. The enemy lost 3,100 men. Holy tits. Sherman's men are getting pretty experienced. The other thing is that army there was probably a green army. So that's also part of the reason they probably didn't fight so well. That and we had really good defensive positions and very experienced dudes. Army of Florida fleeing in panic. Colonel Scott loses face. Where did his face go? We captured 1,500 rifles, 23 guns, and took 430 more prisoners captive. We have way too many enemy prisoners. We can't even properly house them all. And so this is going to be the advantage of the corps system. So we're going to have Wallace move into Macon. We're going to have Carlin. Oh, Carlin's got to sit where he is. Tits. As does Sherman. They got to get their readiness back up. Well, I guess we'll deal with that next time. But the 2nd Corps is close enough to Macon. Or, I'm sorry, what are we here? Atlanta? Macon. Yeah, Macon. Where we're starting to take control of it. What we'll eventually do is put a corps in Macon, a corps in Augusta, Sherman in between, and then we'll probably be able to hold that, at least indefinitely. Oh, there's another army over here. Whatever. Well, I digress. I'll see... Wait, before we go, let's take one last look at our siege. How is that going here? Oh, we're winning it. We might be able to drive the Confederates south of the river. I'll see you all next time. Thanks for hanging out.